The game of the season, pretty much. This is the game of the season as well. Hello and welcome here to another episode of the Manchester United preview show. And today we are playing Real Sociedad once again, but it is the second leg. It's the second leg, and this game means more to Manchester United. The first leg was very tense. This is do or die. This is no if, buts or coconuts. This is the game where Manchester United will either go through to the quarterfinals or miss out on Europe entirely. That is all that rides on this game. If Manchester United lose against Real Sociedad, that is their season done. That is their season over. They have pretty much nothing to play for. We're not going to go into Europe, so what's the point? What's the point, pretty much? So this is why this game is so significant and hangs Manchester United's season potentially on a thread. I mean, who knows what can happen? But all I do know is this game should be a good game to watch for the neutral. As rightio then, let's get straight underway, talking about the game in... Haven't I already said this is the game of the season? Because I think I certainly have done. Because this is literally the game of the season. Manchester United's season, Manchester United's finance, Manchester United as a club will be determined on this game. Manchester United win it, we've got 2 games to say our season is still on. If we lose this, that is this season over. That is, there's nothing to play. There's nothing to play for. As Real Sociedad and Manchester United are both ties with a 1-1 draw. And what do I think? First of all, Manchester United were battering the game for 70 minutes. We were the far, far better team. However, though, because of, the referee, giving Real Sociedad a penalty, which we was all confused on. I thought, hang on a minute, what's happened here? And then they had a look on the screen, checked it was a penalty, then it was a penalty. They scored and made it 1-1. So that is what changes the tie. As well, again, Manchester United, I mean, it depends if you really say we've been done by a penalty, because in aspects we have done, but in aspects we haven't, because it was a penalty. But the fact that we had no idea what was happening, and the fact play already happened, the players and the fans didn't know what were happening, and then the referee suddenly gave a penalty, was very intriguing, was very strange. But, it is what it is, isn't it? As Manchester United play finally at Old Trafford. Now, Old Trafford, it hasn't been a great place for us recently, has it? It hasn't been. I mean, every time we go to Old Trafford, we always have that nerves now thinking we're going to lose, because that is what Manchester United do. Adding on the stress of this new stadium proposal, this will make this game a bit of an uneasy game to watch and a bit of an uneasy game to go to as a Manchester United fan. Manchester United fans won't have any enjoyment of going this game. The only thing Manchester United are bothered about is going through. Not the performance, just going through. 1-0 win, fair enough, you go through. That is all Manchester United fans are really bothered about. And I think that is all what Real Sociedad fans are bothered about. Because for Real Sociedad, they're in the same situation as us. However, they do have a Copa del Rey game. But that is against Real Madrid. So the likeliness is you're going to lose that game. So basically the season depends on this game for both clubs. And this is what will make this game massive. A massive game. What helps Real Sociedad is the addition of Martin Zubimendi. He does come back from being unfit from the first leg, so that will be a massive, massive advantage what La Real have going into the second leg at Old Trafford. But saying that, we do have Harry Maguire and Manuel Ugarte that should be fit for this game. I'm not saying they will do, but they should be fit, which would be a massive injury boost for us. So the two teams both have injury problems that will be resolved for this game. And it will be interesting. But first of all, let me talk about these new staging plans that Jim Ratcliffe has proposed. So Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have proposed the idea from moving to this stadium of Old Trafford to this brand newer version of Old Trafford. And first perspective of it is it's a very unique idea. It's very unique. That's the only word that came into my head. It's a plan that I did not think of when I thought of, new stadium, Manchester United, new stadium, all that. I did not think this would end up being the result of their planning and that. But it is. It is. They've consulted with their planning, they have consulted with the organisers, and they have decided that this is the official design for the new stadium, which, well, it's very interesting, put it that way. It's a very strange stadium, obviously. The thing is, what is more unique is the fact that they've got the three tridents on, the three little sticks there, which represents the devil. The designers who actually designed this stadium are Foster and Partners, who are the architects of Wembley Stadium. They designed the new Wembley Stadium with the Wembley Arch and all that. So they know what they are doing. They know what they're doing in stadium design. But this is a very... It's a very unique idea. They want it done by 5 years. They're going to open the Manchester Ship Canal so that they can get goods into the stadium. So with that, they're going to have they want it like a Meccano type stadium where you can fit the stands in one bit and then so on. They want it a little bit like Lego, where you just stick it on like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 and all that. Which I think is a good idea. I think it's a very good idea. I mean, I think Manchester United need to move stadium. I think if Manchester United want to move in the times ahead, then this new stadium will have to be the best thing. Because the worst thing is, well, Manchester United stay with the old, and, well, we begin doing this now. So, from my opinion, it is the best thing. But first perspective of the stadium is it is very... It's unique. That's all I'm going to say. It's very unique. Now back to the Real Sociedad game. So now linking back to the game against Real Sociedad, and Manchester United should have won that game. I mean, I think I've said it before, but Manchester United should have won that game. We had so many chances, especially in the first half. Real Sociedad were absolutely dreadful, where we had chances to go and make it 2, 3 and 4. However, we couldn't do that. And it only took a Joshua Zirkzee chance to make us bring us into the game, more or less. Because we couldn't score. We couldn't score. And then, luckily, Joshua Zirkzee scored that goal, made it 1-0 to Manchester United. Relief, I would say, in the 57th minute, as we looked like we were in control of the tie. Up until Real Sociedad suddenly came along and played the party. They came along and they came to the party once Miguel Oyarzabal scored that penalty, which I still think was a very controversial penalty. I mean, it was a penalty, but what I don't get is why the referee and that took so long. And I don't know why the players and the fans and that, they were all looking in confusion. We didn't know. We didn't know anything. They didn't know anything. But yeah, they gave it a penalty, which was very controversial. But, you know, sometimes you get luck, sometimes you don't. As that was the turning point of that game, as Real Sociedad looked like they were going to win the game from that penalty decision. And luckily for us, they didn't, as I would take a 1-0 result, and obviously I know that, but this leg at Old Trafford, this second leg, we have to win. We have to win. Simple. We can't make any mistakes. We have to win. This is season-defying stuff, this game. So, for Manchester United, what we will have to do is we will have to play in a certain way, and this is how I think we will line up. And this is what I think Manchester United will go for their starting lineup. So first of all, I'm going to go for Andre Onana in goal, as always, because like last week, we don't really have any fit goalkeepers barring from him. No, we don't. We've got some youngsters. We've got some youngsters, and I doubt they will play. Then the back three, I am going to give a European debut to Aiden Heaven. I think he may potentially start, or I would like him to be in contention of this game. He defended pretty well. He played pretty well in his first game coming on in the Premier League, and that was against Arsenal, and he did pretty well on that. So I think I'd give him a shot, you know, because he is eligible to play in the Europa League. So I would give Aiden Heaven the shout on this one. That is why he goes in my lineup with Matthijs de Ligt and Nusir Mazraoui, who Mazraoui, he'd played well, same as Matthias de Ligt, but Nasir Mazraoui were involved in a lot of the play against Arsenal, so that is why he goes in my team. Then the wing-backs will be Patrick Dorgu and Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot, he hasn't really done great recently, but I am going to put him there just in case, because I do think Diogo Dalot is the best wing-back available, barring from Patrick Dorgu, so that is what I think. Mazraoui could be a shout, but you're playing in the wrong position, man, aren't you? Then you've got Casemiro and Toby Collier. Toby Collier, for me, I would start him. I would start Toby Collier. And, Bruno Fernandes, he may potentially play in the role where Toby Collier is now, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure Ruben Amorim will want to start Christian Eriksen, because it's a bit of a task playing up against Real Sociedad, and if it's going to go to one of them games where it goes to extra time, it's going to be relentless. So I'd have somebody maybe like that on the bench, so like an Eriksen on the bench. So Toby Collier gets the heads up for me. Joined with Casemiro, who also didn't have a bad game against Arsenal. He was involved in a lot of the play, a lot of the tackles. He was involved. He was there breaking up chances when Arsenal were having them. He was breaking up spells of possession against Arsenal, so that was good what Casemiro did. And then let's move back to the two centre attacking midfielders, Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee. Where would we be at the minute without those two? They've been the best players for Manchester United. Simple. For the last couple of games, Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee have been the two standout players for Manchester United. And where would we be without them two? Because them two, they played pretty well. They played pretty well in the Real Sociedad. They were there and thereabouts. They also played well against Arsenal. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes scoring that stunning free kick past David Raya. Joshua Zirkzee being involved in a lot of the play. For me, he is definitely a better holding the ball than who I'm going to put striker of Rasmus Højlund. When he came on, I can see he's lacking confidence. I can see it. But it's like advantage to Arsenal. It was advantage to Arsenal when Rasmus Højlund came on, because every chance we had, it kept going to their man, and he must have had two good chances, Rasmus Højlund, that he could have scored, but instead they missed. So that shows that he's a man not in confidence at the minute, which is, well, a sad thing to see for a player, but it happens. It spells of players, and Rasmus Højlund just isn't going through a good one at the minute. As that is my Manchester United lineup for the game against Real Sociedad. Now, prediction time. The big one, the prediction time. And I'm not too sure with Manchester United nowadays. I can never predict us because we may lose. We may win. But it's just simple. That's what happens with Manchester United. We may lose, we may win. Simple. But do you know what? Today, I am going to go positive. I think we will win. I think Manchester United will win at Old Trafford. I think Real Sociedad, they're a very good team. Obviously, I forgot to tell you that Martin Zubimendi, he will be back from injury. A player who was looked at a lot after Spain's Euros win, featuring Liverpool, the likes of Liverpool, paying attention to him. He even had a bid from Liverpool, which he rejected. Good for him. And, he will be a danger man in that Real Sociedad midfield. So they will be a lot more compact than they were in the first leg. However, I do think Manchester United will win this game. European nights, when it is rocking at Old Trafford, it's rocking. Simple as that. When it is rocking at Old Trafford, when you hear the atmosphere, when you know it's a must-win game at the Theatre of Dreams, the atmosphere is always up there. So I'm going to say Manchester United will win this game by 2-1. I don't know I don't know who's going to score it, but all I know is it's going to be it'll be a nervy game. It will be a nervy game. It wouldn't surprise me if Real Sociedad scored the goal first, but I'm going to say Manchester United will get the first goal. I'm saying we will get the first goal, and then Real Sociedad will get it, make it 1-1, and then we will score around the 83rd minute to make it 2-1 to Manchester United, which will mean on aggregate, Manchester United will be going through to the quarter-finals, where, if you do look either close attention, we will either be playing FCSB or Olympique Lyonnais. At the minute, it currently looks like Manchester United will be playing Olympique de Lyonnais, but who knows? So it is either a trip to Romania a trip to Lyon in the next round for Manchester United if we do win this, which I say we will. And just like that then, I will get going. This may potentially be the final MUFC preview show of the year, depending if Manchester United do go through against Real Sociedad. If not, then hasta luego, it's been good knowing you. We'll be seeing this Manchester United preview show next year. If not, then we'll be having a couple more games that I will be previewing coming your way. So just like that, I will get going. See you soon. Stay safe. I'll be talking to you a lot then in the next one. See ya and bye-bye.